Okay, this is SCGS SE2 Prelim Exam 2021 for P6. Okay, so I will be going through only some of the questions for this paper. You can refer to the PDF form uploaded on the site, okay, for the other answers. Now, question 1. The mass of a basketball is approximately how many? What's the mass? How many grams or kg? So if I look at the options, I will eliminate the one that will not be the answer. So 25 grams, I will eliminate because it's too light to be the mass of a ball. And then I will eliminate my 6,900 gram because this is 6.9 kg. Okay, so 6.9 kg is a little too heavy to be the mass of a basketball. Then you're left with 2.5 kg and your 0.69 kg. So between these two options, the 2.5 kg makes more sense. 2.5 kg is approximately the mass of a 2.5 liter bottle. Correct, a 2.5 liter water bottle. So this is too heavy to be the mass of a basketball, which means the answer will be option number 4, 0.69 kg. Okay. Now, question number 2. Find the value of 2.4 divided by 60. Now, write this as a fraction first. So 2.4 over 60. Now, remove the decimal point by multiplying this by 10. So, trying to make sure your fractions are only whole numbers. So, 2.4 times 10 get 24 over 600. Then we will try to simplify this one by one. Okay? Actually, if you look at decimals, right? Okay, since the options are decimals, I know that my denominator must either be 10, 100 or 1,000. So for me, straight away from here, if I want to make this to become 100, okay, I can divide this straight away by 6. Same for my numerator. I can also divide this by 6 straight away. I get 4 over 100. Therefore, over 100 is the same as 0.04. So my answer is option number 2. Okay, because decimals is always your 10, 100,000 for your denominator. Okay. Okay, I will skip question 3 and 4. Let's move on to question number 6 on the approximate length of the paper clip below. Okay, so this one we have to look at the gaps. If I look from 1 cm to 2 cm, there's around 5 gaps over here. So 5 gaps, okay, is around 1 cm. So 1 gap will be around 1 cm. I divide by 5, which gives me around 0.2 cm. So 1 small gap is around 0.2. Now you want to find this paper clip. So let's look at the whole number first. From 2 to 6 is 4 cm. I need to plus how many gaps? So 1 gap, 2 gaps, and 3 gaps. So plus 3 times my 0.2. So I get 4.6, which means that the answer for question 6 is option number 2. Okay. Okay, question 7. I will also go through this. Now, the ratio of the number of girls to boys in a class is 4:5. So, girls to boys, my ratio 4:5. Half of the girls in the class had long hair. So, for the girls that had long hair, for the girls, okay, so your long hair to your short hair to your girls. Okay, this will be your 1:1:2. Okay, this is short hair. Okay, then look for your common base. So my common base in this case will be the girls. I need to change this to 4. So I will times this by 2. I get the ratio 2 is to 2 is to 4. So once I make my common base the same, I will need to solve the question. So what's the ratio of the girls with long hair to the students in the class? So total 4 plus 5 is 9, which means that the ratio for my long hair to my total will be 2 is to 9. So it's option number 4. Okay. Okay, question number 13 is also an interesting question. Okay, so 10 girls and 5 boys lined up in a row. There were no boys standing next to each other. Between every 2 boys, there were 2 girls. Now let's draw the boys and the girls. So between every 2 boys, there will be 2 girls. Okay, so the distance between 2 girls was 50 cm apart. So between 2 girls, this is your 50 cm. And then between your 2 boys is 100. Okay, we'll just remove the cm. There's no space. So between a girl and a boy is 100. So this is 100. And this is another 100. Okay. Now, how long was the line formed by the children? I have 10 girls and I have 5 boys. So let's draw out the girls and boys. So girl, girl, boy, girl, girl, boy, girl, girl, boy. I have 5 boys now, but I only have 8 girls. So include 2 more girls at the back. Okay, so this is how the line should look like. 10 girls and 5 boys. Now, how do you find the distance? Let's group this up. So this is considered as one group. Okay, one group got 2 girls and 2 boys. 2 groups. 3. And then finally the 4th one until the boy over here. So if your one set is 100 plus 50 plus 100, okay, your one set is 250. Now you have 4 of this, so 250, you times by 4, you get your 1000. Okay, but the last 2 gaps over here is your 100 plus your extra 50. So make sure you plus 1000 plus your 150. So I get 1150. So it's option number 4. Okay, let's change back to 2. Okay, question 15 is also an interesting question. Okay, so a table with 4 columns is filled with numbers in a certain pattern. The first 4 rows are shown in the table below. Okay, so if I look at this pattern, it goes in a zigzag formation. All right, we're going from left to right, left from right to left, left to right, and so forth. Okay, it's like a snake. So in which column will the number 487 appear? So there's a few ways to do this question. Now, the first way, if you observe the pattern for the first column A. For column A, okay, your even row, the meaning the number inside the even row, if you plus 1, you get a multiple of 8. Okay, multiple of 8. So example, your row 2 is an even row, right? Look at the number next to this is a 7. 7, if I plus 1, I get 8. Row 4, even row, 15. 15, I plus 1, I get 16. It's also a multiple of 8. Okay, so multiples of 8. So for this 487, let's try to test whether it's a multiple of 8. So 487, if I plus 1, okay, I get 488. And then 488, if I want to divide this by 8, you get a 61, which means that this is a multiple of 8. So 487 will appear in column A, option number 1. Okay? Okay, so that's all for booklet A. Let's move on to booklet B. Okay, so booklet B, we will also only choose certain questions to go through. Okay, I will go through question number 20. So question 20, if 99 times 9 equals to H, find 99 times 99 in terms of H. Okay, so 99 you times by 9 equals to H. If you have 99 times your 99, okay, now if I break this is 99 times my 9 times my 11. What am I trying to do over here? I'm trying to find a way to fit in this, to try to fit in the 99 times 9 inside this expression. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to fit in this 99 times 9, this expression. So 99 times 9 is your H. You times this by your 11. So you get your answer, 11H. Okay, so that's the answer for question number 20. Okay, now question number 23. Okay, question 23 is another one. So Peter and John were reading the same book. Peter started on Monday and read 10 pages each day. John started reading on Wednesday and they both completed reading the book on Sunday. So given that John read the same number of pages each day, how many pages did John read each day? Okay, so from Wed to Sunday, okay, from Wed to Sun, this is 5 pages. Okay, so one day you read 10 pages for Peter, one day is 10 pages, and they read the same number of pages each day. Okay, see over here, they both completed reading the book on Sunday. So Peter also finished reading his book on Sunday. So from Monday to Sunday means there's 7 days. Can you find the total pages for John? Yes. I take 10, I times by 7 first, 70 pages. This is the total pages of the book. Okay, and then because your John started reading on Wednesday, means you only took, sorry, not 5 pages, 5 days. Okay, Wednesday to Sunday is only 5 days. Okay, so 5 days took him 70 pages. So 70 divided by 5 days means that one day he only take 14 pages to read the book. Okay, question 23. Okay, question 24 is also interesting. Two identical parallelograms overlap as shown below, so they are identical. So find angle A. How to find this angle? So can you find this angle first? Is it possible? Yes, because it's a parallelogram. So angles in between your parallel lines give you 180 degrees. So I take 180 degrees. I minus my 65 degrees. I get 115 degrees. This is 115 degrees. Okay. Now this is also 65. And because these two parallelograms are identical, means that this part here is also 65 degrees. And I know that the sum angle ADC is 115. So how do you find your A? Angle A will be my 115 degrees. I minus off my 65 degrees. So my answer will be 50 degrees for angle A. Okay. Let me neaten this up. So 50 degrees. Okay, question 25. Okay, question 25. Sorry, it was lagging. So Bala had just enough money to buy either 12 erasers or 3 pens. He bought a pen and wanted to spend the rest of his money in erasers. So how many erasers can he buy? Now 12 erasers has the same value as 3 pens. And if your question wants you to find in terms of erasers, you have to change the pen to your eraser. So convert this to eraser. Okay, so find the cost of your 1p in terms of your erasers. So 3 divided by 3, I get 1p. 12 divided by 3 means that your 1p is as the cost is the same as your 4 erasers. Okay, so he bought a pen means that he already bought 4 erasers worth of pens. In total, you can only buy 12 erasers. So 12 erasers, I minus off my 4 erasers, means that his money is only enough for 8 more erasers. Okay, so your answer is 8 for question 25. Okay, question 26. The figure below shows 2 rectangles, A, B, C, D, and B, E, F, G overlapping. Find the area of the shaded part. Okay, so this is an interesting question. Now, do you see that your shaded part here is the same as the area of this triangle? If you recall back, if you have a rectangle and if you have a triangle inside, okay, whereby the triangle, the height touches the opposite side, and the base is the entire length of the rectangle. This is my base. And then this is the height, which is the breadth. Here for my triangle. Then this triangle is half of my rectangle. Okay, so you have to identify those triangles first. So in other words, right, if this triangle is half of this rectangle, my BDFE, then I know that the shaded part is the other half. Okay, so this shaded part is half of my, if I write down here, shaded part, okay, is half of my rectangle BEFD. Okay, and it's the same as my triangle BAD. So how do you find the area of BAD? Okay, so to find the, and is, maybe I put shaded part is half of rectangle BEFD and is equal to my area of triangle BAD. So ultimately, if you want to find the shaded part, I will take half times my triangle here, BAD. So half times base of 8 and a height of 4. Okay, you get your 4 times 4, which gives me 16. So my area of the shaded part is also 16 cm square. Okay. Now, question 28. The figure below shows a square of side 60 cm and 2 quadrants overlapping. So find the parameter of the shaded part. Leave your answer in pi, which means that you shouldn't be using the calculated value of pi. Your answers should have a mixture of pi and a number. Now, your shaded part is this one. You can use a highlighter outline first the parameter of this shaded part. Just outline this up. Okay, so this is easy to find. This straight line is 60 cm. The only hard part is to find the curved part of this shaded part. Okay, so how do you do that? Now observe this figure a little bit more. Do you see that? Okay, because this is your quadrant, there's no pointer, okay? This is your quadrant, right? This tells me that if this is 60, means that this must also be 60 cm. This must also be 60 because these two sides are the radii of your circle, of your quadrant. So this is 60 and it's a square also, which means that from here to here is also 60 because it is your circle, is the radii of the circle. So this side, and this side, they are the same. Okay? So since we know that these three sides are the same, then we can make use of this for the next part later on. Okay? So find your diameter first. My diameter is equals to my 60 times 2, which is 120 cm. Because 60 cm is the radius, so diameter is 60 times 2. Now, this triangle, since all three sides are equal, means it's an equilateral triangle, which means that this angle here is 60 degrees. Okay, this is your 90-degree angle because it's a square, which means that this part here is 30 degrees. Okay, so for me to find the arc, this circumference, I will make use of the fraction first. So in other words, this part, okay, this arc here, the one I highlighted in red, over the whole thing is as good as your 30 over your 60. Okay, 30 over 60. This is 30 degrees. This whole thing is this is 60 degrees. Okay, sorry, so it's not 30 over 60. This one should be 30 over 90. Okay, this is 30 over 90. Because I'm talking about this part out of the entire quadrant. So if I look at the angle, this small angle is 30 out of the entire quadrant, which is 90. And this gives me 1 over 3. Okay, so for me to find the red colored arc, this length, right? I will make use of the fraction. So 1/3, and then I multiply by my area, by my quadrant. Okay, so how do you find the quadrant, this arc? It will be 1/4. Okay, and then I times by 2 pi r, or pi times your diameter. So 1/3 times 1/4 times your pi, and then times your diameter, which is 120. Okay, so if I work this out, I get my 10 pi. Okay, which means that the red one is 10 pi. This part here must also be 10 pi. So 10 pi times 2, I get 20 pi for the arcs. And then you must make sure to plus your 60 cm. So 20 pi plus your 60, you get your answer, 20 pi plus 60 cm as the parameter. Okay? Now, one more question, question number 30. So that will be the last one for this booklet B. Okay, the figure ABCD not drawn to scale consists of 4 identical isosceles triangles. Now, each of the statements below is either true, false, or not possible to tell from the information given. So for each statement, put a tick to indicate your answer. Okay, so part A, angle ADC is 90 degrees. Is it true? Now, so if I look at this, these are isosceles triangles. So we will mark out all those similar sides. Okay, all these sides are the same. Sorry. Okay, these sides are the same, like that. If I want to find angle ADC, this angle is the same as your angle AEC. Correct? So angle AEC is equals to your 360 divided by 3. Because these three angles are similar and angles at the point is 360 degrees. So 360 divided by 3, angle AEC is 120 degrees. Okay, which means that my angle ADC is also 120 degrees. So angle ADC is also 120 degrees. So the first one is actually false. Now, part B, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Now, is this true? Okay, so if I look at the angles, can I find this angle first? Is it possible to find? Yes. Okay, so I take my 180 degrees. Okay, angle ACE is equals to your 180 degrees minus my 120 degrees. Then I divide this by 2. Because it's isosceles. So I get my 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. And this is also 30 degrees. Now, because your isosceles are all identical, means that this part is also 30 degrees. This part is also 30 degrees. So you see, for each of your one angle of your triangle ABC is a 60 degrees. Okay, all these are 60 degrees. 30, 30. So since they are all 60 degrees, then of course it's an equilateral triangle. So this is true. Okay. So we have come to the end of SCGS paper 1 for 2021 paper. Thank you for watching.